that God has closed the hatch when it comes to the economy. Oh yeah, he's closed the hatch. For the same reason. The same reason is that in order for the hatch to be ready to be opened and for us to break through, there is need of deep repentance in the country. Without deep repentance, the hatch will not be opened. So we will continue to see a falling stock market. We will continue to see people losing their jobs. When God the Father is waiting for an apology, not only from the church, but from the United States of America. And you know what? If he doesn't get it, that hatch will stay closed. That hatch will stay closed, believe me. God does not need to open the hatch. He does not need the United States of America at all. We need him. We need him. He doesn't need us. So when God closes a hatch, it will not be opened until it is time for it to be opened. For Noah, the time was when the water started to recede. For the church in the United States, it will be when repentance becomes what our vocabulary is filled with. Words of sorrow, compunction. But you see, I guess we don't believe that because we believe that, God is a Santa Claus, and that God really is so good that he doesn't really give us up to what we do. Yet we know that what we sow is what we reap. That's just real. What you sow is what you reap. You sow seeds, you're going to reap seeds. Susan has planted a beautiful garden in the Blessed Mother Shrine at the Holy Rosary. At one time, it was just nothing. And now it's very beautiful. You want to know why? Because she sowed some things there. Some plants, some seeds. And what she sows, you reap. When you sow nothing, you reap nothing. So what happens? God gives you up. Not because he hates you, because he's looking for repentance. He's looking for sorrow. He's looking for mercy, that we would cry out mercy. God closes the hatch. He also closes the hatch on us individually. He closes the hatch on us individually until we are ready to do what he wants us to do. He will not let anything work if you truly belong to him and you are bucking his will and kicking against the goad. He closes the hatch. And he says, you know what? Have a good day. Until you put your head in the yoke, this hatch will be closed. Because you have said, I want to do your will your way. And now you've taken it back. I close the hatch on you. And you can try to unscrew that hatch all you want. But you want to know what? You'll never pry it open until I get from you what I want. And if I don't get it, the hatch doesn't get opened. How many of you know that God can exact more from us during the time of war than he can during the time of peace? When we are fighting with him and we're at odds with him, and he doesn't make anything work, no matter what we do. It just doesn't work. The hatch has been closed. This is a good thing. This is not a bad thing. Because the Lord doesn't do things to hurt us. The Lord does things so that we would do his will. He will not force us. But you want to know what? He certainly knows how to close the hatch. To those who belong to him. To those who belong to him. And the hatch doesn't open until he exacts from us what he wants. I know this to be true in my own life. I know this to be true. The Lord knows how to get from us what we've promised to give him. Let me tell you this. If you have promised the Lord things, I'm going to tell you, my friends, he is a fundamentalist. He says to the angels, write it down, because I will hold them to this. People say, God's a fundamentalist. When I say to the Lord, Lord, I just want to do what you want me to do, and if I don't do what you want me to do, let me suffer. You know what? I said that on the first day of my conversion. I'm going to tell you. I wish I could rewrite it. And so, he says, you know what? That's what you wanted. And during a time of ecstasy and love, that's what you wanted. And you know what? That's what I want too. Not that you suffer, but that you do my will, my way. And when you don't, you can try to unscrew that hatch and nothing's going to happen. You could go apply to jobs, and that's what I did. I applied to one job right after the other, trying to, where would I be? Where can I go? The Lord says, nothing is going to work until you put your head in the yoke. Now, this is a personal God. Now, you don't have to ever put your head in the yoke. Honest. You never have to, because you know what? He would never force you. But he does apply. He does apply his thumbs to those whom he really loves. Some people just let go. Go ahead. Have a nice day. Now, I've tried to make decisions on my own power, and God has stopped me in the past. Now, I could have still done it. You know that? I could have still done it. I have the free will. But I could have still done it. And guess what? He stopped me in the past. And I could read the sign. You know what? This is not what God wants. And you know what? If this is not what God wants, this is not what I want. Because you know what? He knows what's best for me, even though I don't know what's best for me. Now, I might think this is best for me. Just a couple of weeks ago, I was going to be investing money in something. And it might even work. It's called, what's it called, the new telephone stuff? No. PCP, what's it called? What's the first part of it? No, it's not M at all. No. PCP. Metro PCP, yeah, that's what it's called. It's M, Metro PCP. I was about to go invest money into it. And you know what? On the way to the bank, on the way to do my business transaction, I got a phone call. And the phone call said, you have an appointment. I said, you know what? I'm turning around. It's not what God wants. Now, it could triple. It could quadruple. But you know what? God didn't want me to do it. And I knew damn well he didn't want me to do it. So I want to tell you, Metro PCP is really good. Carl sells those phones, and it's only $35 for all the phone calls you want, any place in the area. And if you want to do all the messages you want, it's only $40. And you don't have to have any kind of contract either. But you see, God said no to me. Now, I could have fought him. I could have fought him, and I could have gone the next day. But you know what? I wasn't going to fight him. I wasn't going to fight him. Because he showed me, I don't want to do that. See, it's easy to do what we want to do and not consult him.